Hey guys, it's Mally and welcome back to my channel.
Hey guys, it's Mally and welcome back to my channel.
Okay guys, so today I'm going to be giving y'all some resources that you can listen to, read, watch, stuff like that to help you with your walk with God. So a couple people have asked me what I listen to, what I read, that helps me grow my relationship with God. So I just have a couple suggestions for you guys. So first I wanted to start it off with where to start when you're reading in your Bible. So the Bible is very big, and I would suggest that you start reading in Proverbs 3. So I have it pulled up for you guys right here. As you can see, it's very marked up. And so I suggest that reading Proverbs 3 because there's just so much truth throughout there. One of my favorite verses is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understandings. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So if you want to know more about this section of the Bible, I'm about to do a video about these verses and just kind of talk about them. So you can watch that video as well. Okay, the next thing is listening to worship. So I suggest listening to Bethel, and I'm going to pull up some of my favorite songs for you guys because I think Bethel they have so much truth in there. So they have a YouTube channel and it's pulling up right here. My favorite song that you could listen to is Goodness of God by Jen Johnson. I think that's a really good song and it just has so much truth in it. Another people that you could listen to in Bethel is Peyton Allen and Josie Buchanan. They're actually around my age, so that's why I really like listening to them. And then you can listen to Elevation Worship and Passion Worship because they're also very good. If you want to listen to some other Christian songs, I would suggest For King and Country because all their songs are very upbeat and have such a great positive message going across them. So for worship, listen to Bethel, Elevation, and Passion. And for Christian songs, listen to For King and Country. The next resource that I have for you guys is podcasts. Podcasts are so good. I listen to them at school whenever we're not doing anything in class, and I just wanted to show you guys. So my first podcast suggestion is Whoa, That's Good podcast by Sadie Robertson. Sadie's like my role model. I just love all of her stuff, and you'll see I have some of her books that I want to show you guys as well. But she just she has people come in, she interviews them. So the last people that she's been interviewing is her mom, her dad, and then she has Chris Howard. She has some Olympic gymnasts. She just interviews a whole lot of people, and I think her podcasts are my favorite that's ever on there. So it's just called Whoa, That Good podcast. That's what it looks like. The next person is Terry Svelle Foy. She also has a YouTube channel, so go check that out. Her podcasts are just so upbeat, and she is just a really great role model for me as well. Okay, and then my last podcast is Coffee and Bible Time podcast. They have a YouTube channel, and they are two college girls. They go to a college Bible school, and they just have so much truth, and they just kind of break down the word and talk about all that, and that's another great podcast. Okay, last one is Kingdom Mindset by JoJo Dawson, which is also my dad. It's on the Charisma Podcast Network, so make sure that you go check that out. Okay, so my third thing is reading books. So for me, reading comes super easy to me. I love to read, and right now would actually be a very good time to be reading because we're all quarantined right now. But I love reading. Some people don't like reading, but if you do, I have some really great suggestions for books. So first one is Your Own Beautiful. I bought this book at Lifeway, and it's by Chelsea Crockett, which actually she's married right now, so her last name has changed. But you can find her on YouTube at The Hearst Family. This is just a super great book about how she just kept with God when she got a little bit famous on YouTube and stuff. So this is a really good book. The next one is super good. My mom loves this book. It's Dream It, Pen It, Live It by Terry Svelle Foy. And it's about vision boards, so it's super good. Really gives you a different perspective on life. Okay, her third book is my book, actually. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box down below. Actually, I'll link all these books that I'm putting. So it's just called The Bridge. Okay, here's what I'm talking about, Sadie Robertson. So here are two of my favorite books. She actually just released a new book. You can go check it out. It's called Live. But here's her Live Fearless book, which is one of my favorite books ever. I remember I read this in 7th grade while I was, right after I got done taking my STAR test, and it was so good. I have all my notes in here that I've always taken. That this is one of my favorite books. It's so good. But if you want to read more fiction books, she actually has a fiction book called Life Just Got Real. Probably my favorite book I've ever read. It is so good. I love it. It's about two different perspectives. There's a tomboy and then there's a city girl. And actually I did a book review on this book, and it's on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. Okay, so I'm actually reading this book at the moment, but let me just say, it is so good. I'm definitely going to do a book review about it with one of my friends. We both read this book, and it's called Be Loved by Emma Mae Jenkins. She actually just released it a couple months ago. Y'all, this book is so good. I love it. There's just like so much truth in it, and Emma just like sees the world like in a different way, and it's just amazing. I absolutely love this book, so make sure that you go check it out. Okay, the last book is probably the best book that will ever be written, and it is the Bible. The Bible is just so full of so much amazing stuff, so make sure that you read your Bible. Okay, so here are 3 more books that I found for you guys. This one my dad wanted me to read over the summer, I think in 8th grade, and it is so good. I definitely recommend it. It's Moving in the Apostolic by John Eckhart. That's a really good book. He also writes some other great books. Make sure you go check those out. Here is another book called Kingdom Mindset. It's actually by my dad. He writes a lot of books, and they'll be on Amazon, so you can go check all those out. But this is one of my favorites, called Kingdom Mindset. And this is one of the first books I read outside of school, and I love it. It's A Tale of Three Kings, and this is actually the newer copy of it. But this is such a great book, so make sure that you go check all of these books out. Okay, so my fourth resource for you guys is YouTubers. I love watching YouTube. I get some of my ideas from watching other YouTubers. So here's some of my favorite YouTubers. So my first one is Sadie Robertson. I love her channel. She made a lot of videos when she was younger, back here, and then she actually just started doing YouTube again up here. So she has all of her new videos up here, and I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorites. I really like this one. It's our one word for the year, and it's her husband and her, and they just talked about their word for 2020. I really like that. And then she also spoke at Passion, and that is a really good message, so you guys should also go check out that. Okay, the next channel is Emma Mae Jenkins. This, I showed you her book a minute ago, but this is probably one of the most encouraging YouTube channels I think I've ever watched. Just like the way that she looks at life is just so sweet. I'm going to show you my favorite video of hers. Here it is. It's called Love Letters. Let's click on it. Pretty much what it is she talks about it a lot in her book, but for Christmas, she wrote these Christmas cards because she had, I think she said, about 4,000 kids in her school, and she was just thinking, I'd love to get Christmas cards one day. So she wrote a Christmas card for every single person in her school, and she had them all passed out. So here's some of the things. She had a whole bunch of her friends come over, and they all wrote them, and then they all worked together to give them out to everybody. I thought that was such an amazing, because it was such a big thing to do, and she said that some people have kept theirs for years just because it was so encouraging to them. Okay, and the last YouTuber is
me.
If you want to see some more encouraging stuff, funny stuff, all the stuff that I do, you can go check out my channel. And make sure that you are subscribed. By the way, random thing. I looked, and it says half of you aren't subscribed. I took a little picture of it. So make sure right now, if you're watching this, to go subscribe. 2 things left, but my 5th thing is listen to messages. So what I mean by that is like preaching messages. So I have a couple suggestions. Number 1 is Dutch Sheets, super good. I love hearing him. Me and my dad actually went and watched him. I'll put a picture right here. A couple weeks ago, I'm pretty sure. And then Ken Malone. I love Ken so much. So make sure you guys check out him. And then also my dad. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put the picture right here. So go follow him. And then Chuck Pierce, super good. I also heard him a couple weeks ago. And Pat Shatzline. They're all 5 really good people that you could listen to. Okay, so my last thing is pray and write down your feelings. So for me, sometimes whenever I feel like it's kind of hard to pray, I write down everything that I feel. So I have this list really quick I wanted to show you guys. And I made it for myself just in case, like whenever I needed it. I'm pretty sure I started writing it, like, I haven't finished it yet though, a little bit before school. So like whenever I wrote when I feel, and then I wrote like words of what I feel, and then I wrote down scriptures after. So whenever I feel like, for example, lost, and then it has Proverbs 3 and 6, Genesis 28:15, and I just like write down scriptures that can help you in that time. So actually, I have notes that I've gotten during like Bible time and stuff. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Here is all of my book resources, and I've linked them all down below, so make sure that you go check all those out. I love you guys so much. Make sure that you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys later.